Lounging in the bath before bed, you reread the email over and over on your phone, wishing there was something you could do about it. It read, "Your new bed will be arriving at the weekend. Please make arrangements to be at home, as the bed cannot be delivered without a signature." Signatures aside, you couldn't wrap your head around the wait time. Today was only Tuesday. You'd even paid for expedited shipping. You dropped your phone out the side of the tub, sliding down in the water to wallow in misery. You weren't sure what you were going to do for the next few days without a bed. You supposed you could sleep on the living room couch, but you had pets, and they really enjoyed making a racket at 3 a.m. by banging their food bowls on the bottoms of their cages. It was their nightly ritual, fortunately one you could not hear from your bedroom, but everywhere else in the house. You had one more option, but you were dubious about it. There was always the option to stay over at your boyfriend Tamaki's house, but you thought he might die of embarrassment at the suggestion. It wasn't his fault that your bed was broken either, so you couldn't hold that over him. You decided, stupidly, to pull him full force onto your bed in a hug, and the ensuing impact cracked the bed frame. That was your fault for trying to embarrass him. He was just too damn sweet when he got flustered. And this was how karma was getting you back for enjoying your boyfriend's shy disposition. Your phone buzzed on the bathroom floor. You reached for a towel and dried your arms, then picked it up, checking your messages. There was one from Tamaki. "I'm sorry I broke your bed." You tutted in a gentle sort of way, your eyes going soft at the message. It wasn't his fault. You told him that over and over again. You typed a quick reply. "Again, it was my fault. Please stop worrying. Kiss kiss." You sent the message, then set your phone down, keeping your arms above the water in anticipation of a reply. It came in seconds. "Sorry. I'm really sorry. Also, you can get out now. It's ready." You didn't wait to reply. You hopped straight out the bath, spraying water everywhere as you reached for a towel to dry yourself. Tamaki was actually in your house right now, trying to fix your bed. He had sent you off to get a bath, telling you he would fix the problem by the time you were out, as a way to apologize for breaking it. For a shy guy, he sure was stubborn and ready to take the blame for things that really weren't his fault. After drying off thoroughly, you dressed yourself in pajamas and wrapped a small towel around your hair. On days when Tamaki wasn't at your house, you usually went from the bath to your bedroom fully naked, but you didn't want to break Tamaki. He had such a nervous, adorable disposition, and the thought of seeing you naked always made him terribly stuttery and awkward. Actually seeing you naked would probably make him short-circuit. You opened the bathroom door, calling over to your bedroom. "Tamaki, I'm on my way." "Right," you heard him stammer. You wondered what he had done to fix your bed. You knew it wasn't a permanent solution, but hopefully it could hold out until the weekend when your new bed arrived. You didn't know what to expect, but when you pushed open your bedroom door and saw Tamaki sprawled on the floor, covered in a radius of thick cotton, you squeaked, desperately, trying to hold down laughter. But Tamaki still heard it. He leapt up, his face red with embarrassment. I knew it was a terrible idea. I'm so sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. You can sleep at my house. I'll stay here. It's my fault." You couldn't stand to see him so flustered, especially when he looked like a giant blushing sheep. Hoping to spare him any more embarrassment, you rushed forwards, wrapping your arms around him, or as best you could with that much fluff in the way, before burying your face into the crook of his neck, feeling the heat radiating off his face. "Tamaki," you purred, hoping the amusement in your voice sounded affectionate and not mocking. "It's not a terrible idea, not at all." For one thing, his crazy appearance meant something very important. He didn't mind you sleeping on him. No, he wanted you to sleep on him. The giant mounds of fluff sticking out from him were, in essence, a bed for you to sleep on. You pressed a soft kiss to the bottom of his chin. "Let me sleep on you." You didn't expect it to come out sounding suggestive, but he went rigid all the same, before throwing his hands over his face, crushing your face into his neck in the process. Then he realised what he'd done and let go in a panic, so flustered by the thoughts of you sleeping on top of him that the only thing he could think to do was curl into a ball, and that was just as adorable. You could hardly cope. He was too damn lovely. "Tamaki," you cooed, managing to crawl in front of him to pull his hands away from his face. "Thank you. I bet you're the comfiest bed there is." "Please," he whimpered, hardly able to hold your gaze. "Don't tell anyone I did this. It's too embarrassing." You kissed him on the bridge of his nose. "I promise." After drying your hair, the two of you settled down on the floor, cuddling in the mounds of Tamaki's temporary cotton bed. He was as cherry red as ever, but looked a little pleased with himself that you had taken him up on his offer. "My bed should be here by the weekend, but I won't make you do this every night until then." You kissed Tamaki on the cheek, and at the last second he tilted his head, placing a quick kiss on your chin. I wouldn't mind doing this again." You smiled, snuggling down into his fluff. "Then let's do this again." Tamaki smiled, watching as you closed your eyes. You looked so peaceful, until, suddenly, you opened them again. "Tamaki?" you asked, saying his name in a drawn-out sort of way. He gave a soft, then saw you trying to hold down a smirk. "What did you eat?" Tamaki flushed a brilliant shade of red, unable to roll away from you now that you were lying on him. He couldn't bear to tell you he'd eaten a chunk of stuffing from your pillow. It was just too embarrassing.